Thank you. You are first a woman before you sit on the bench. And as she said, you're a sister. But then you have a code of conduct and you are supported by the Constitution, which you must follow. So every person who comes before you must not be guilty before you. You know, you can look at the woman and say, maybe she underwent miscarriage, as she says, maybe she's sick, then I'll be more lenient. No, we follow the law. The orders that are before us is the statutes. It is quite hard sometimes to have that impartiality, but as a code of conduct, you must be impartial. If it means you retreating back and taking a minute and coming back, maybe the case was a defilement, it was too sad, you feel like crying, and we go through all these things because we're human beings. You get back and you come back and you're impartial. You must be impartial at any level. It's just that what we're saying as women judges, we go through sensitization forums where we are told that these vulnerable groups, because children and women are vulnerable groups, they are entitled to an adversarial system which is more victim-centered, so that we are not looking at the accused person who is a woman as an accused. We are also looking at this person has other rights. For example, maybe she's going through her menstrual period. You know, there's so small things that you, as a woman, you look at. You're impartial, but then you have a human face. As the International Women Judges Association, we have a theme. You are a judge, but with a human face. We are warm to justice. We have a warm justice, but then we're very strict in terms of impartiality. So you must remain impartial. So it's a balance. You have to create that balance. Yes.
And maybe to add to that, you know, the Constitution provides that all the accused persons are presumed to be innocent till proved guilty. It's actually the evidence that you will take and the law that you will be able to say whether an offense was committed or not. There are some actually who have been implicated. It is not a must that everyone who comes in has been violated. There are those ones who have been implicated, but for where I work, I think 90% have been violated. But what do? Here you're sitting as a woman, the child is crying, the child, whatever is happening. So you provide that warm justice that the Honorable Jenny is saying about. You offer the tissue, you offer milk. You clear the courts? Do you want us to go to chambers? Do you need us to have a break so that you can be able to calm down? You know, there's a way in which you will talk to a child, because I found ways in which to talk to a child, because if it's a small girl, if you tell them your hair is very, very nice, they will start talking, isn't it? If they're crying, you will tell them you're a beautiful girl, isn't it? So sorry, you know, I'm so sorry, whatever, now you will talk, because it can be very, very difficult actually even to get this evidence from this child, because some are very, very young. And maybe to add to that is about the vision. What as we are trying to do as women judges is we are trying to help our Chief Justice to implement her vision on social transformation through access to justice, where we are looking at the vulnerable who have forgotten for a very long time. When everyone comes to court, you know, you are being dealt like everyone else. Like now we are going to have it in Makadara. We are looking at the strategies through the CUC, and I think Judge President is going to explain more about what the CUC is all about. How do we make these people comfortable? Because, for example, we have the courts and we don't have facilities where, for example, you have a different holding room for a victim and the accused. They're all here in court. This is someone who perpetrated maybe this victim, isn't it? And they don't want to see them. And maybe they're from a safe house. And here they are in court, they're entering through the same door, they're sitting in the same court, and then they are proceeding with the hearing. Sometimes they go mute. Thank you.
All right, so we need to take a break, but we will come back with what is, given the situation you're describing, what then is a specialized SGBV court? Why you've explained why Makadara for this sensitization program today, although it is happening across the country with your members 220. So what sets it apart? The first one is in Shanzu. Why Shanzu? And also what you do does not happen in isolation. You're part of a system. Mm-hmm. So what reforms then also need to happen with the other actors in the justice system so that the end goal of equitable access to justice is attained on the other side of this break?